Hello and welcome to the Goal Getting Podcast. I'm your host, Tony Woodall. Wait a minute. What is this guy doing here?
Tony, what do you think you're doing?
Oh my goodness. Have you ever... Here we go. Have you ever had goals that you wanted to achieve and all of a sudden you hear this noise in the back of your mind telling you can't do stuff? Have you ever listened to that crap? Well, don't listen to it, because today I'm not even going to pay any more attention to it, and we're just going to go about doing what we do best here at the Goal Getting Podcast, and that's getting the goals that we set. This is Tony Woodall. I'm your host, and ignore that last negative inner voice that I had there. I hope you don't have those, but if you do, it's time to overcome those, and I hope you listen to the show, find out how we can overcome the negative programming, the negative goal-stealing thoughts and limiting beliefs that sometimes can creep into our subconscious mind. By listening to the Goal Getting Podcast, you'll be able to overcome that and reset your brain. So let's get started today with the next episode of the Goal Getting Podcast. Hello, this is Tony Woodall with Goal Getting Podcast. Thank you for joining us today. I wanted to talk to you today about something that I'm passionate about, and that's passion. I recently did a speech in my Toastmasters Club on passion and living a passionate life, and I'm going to share that with you here today. It's a short 7-minute speech, but it really goes into a lot about what I feel about passion and how I was raised, not so much by internal family type beliefs about passion, but how in the business world I met certain people, former bosses, who were passionate about what they did and how they lived life and how they went about life in a business environment, and how much that impressed me and helped me to drive my life and where I was going. So I'm very big on passion and talk about passion quite a bit. You've got to have a passion. You've got to have something that you're passionate about. And in this particular speech, I talk about 3 areas specifically that I believe you need passion in to make your life a passionate life. So I'm going to turn this over to you and let you listen to A Passionate Life, my speech that I did for my Toastmasters Club. And here you go. Let's hear it for A Passionate Life.
A Passionate Life, Tony Woodall.
Today, I've stepped into a new year in this expedition called life. And when you do that, I started to ponder my life. Now, Alyssa, Allie, you probably don't ponder your life when you turn a new year. But when you're 3 years shy of 60, I think it's time to start pondering your life. Don't you agree? Now, I don't ponder whether I had a good life. Comparatively speaking to many people in the world today, I had a phenomenal, wonderful life. So I'm very happy about that. What I do ponder is, did I have a passionate life? Passion is very important. Passion is what drives you. Passion is what makes you the person that you are. Passion is your heart and your soul. I once had a boss, Rick Floyd, who was the president of a mortgage company that we had started. I had a dream and a goal to become the IT manager of a growing mortgage company, so I got to help start a mortgage company. And we would work all the time. It's normal in a startup. My kids were very young at that time, and as they grew, they kept saying, "Daddy, you're a workaholic." And I got to thinking as I was sitting in my easy chair one night at midnight, firing off an email to the executive team, expecting a response first thing in the morning. And as soon as I hit send, a couple seconds later, Every one of them replied back. I'm going, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be working. And I wasn't supposed to be working, but I had a passion for what I was doing. I had a passion to help grow this company. I had a passion for IT and for the mortgage industry. And it was something that I had set a goal for years before that, and I had achieved that goal, and now I was living what I enjoyed doing. So I was not a workaholic. I wasn't working. I was having fun. I was enjoying what I did. And there's 3 things in life that you should have a passion for, and the first one is labor. Your job that you take should be something that you truly enjoy doing. You need to find something in life that you love to do and become very good at it and do that for a living so that you will enjoy what you do. Passion will drive you to success. The second area that you should have passion is love. I'm not talking that kind of passion. Though that helps, and that's part of it. What you should do when you find somebody, or when you decide you want to find somebody, you should find somebody who shares your passion. Somebody who has the same goals, desires, values, the same passion that you have. They should also have that same feeling towards you. You need to find somebody who has that passion for you. A passionate life with someone you love will last a long time. Now, I've heard that opposites attract. Well, they do for a while. They have good sex, and then once that polarity in that relationship changes, without passion, during the hard times, during the struggles, during the rough times, those relationships typically break up. It's having those relationships, that love, where you have passion for one another, where you continue to love and to cherish and to want to spend time with that person, and you have the same goals, the same values, the same passion. Those are the relationships that last a long time. This year I'll be celebrating my 28th wedding anniversary in May. The third area where you should have passion is passion for life. You need to enjoy life. Everything that you do in life should be driven by your passion. You should have a desire to succeed in whatever you're doing in such a manner that you strive to do it, you think about it, and then you go do it. Don't just sit around thinking, oh, I ought to do this or I ought to do that. If you have something that you like to do, that you want to do, that you're passionate about, do it. Do it, and do it now. I got a call a couple weeks ago at 6:30 in the morning from my oldest daughter, Melissa. She was in tears. That's not a call you want to receive as a dad. I got her to calm down, and she told me that her best friend, Woody, passed away that morning. Woody was 35 years old, prime of his life, healthy, doing wonderful, getting married next year. Had the best of the world going for him. Woody got sick, didn't take care of himself, didn't go to the doctor, developed a lung infection, got worse, went to the doctor. They said, you're going to have surgery. He went on the surgery table and didn't make it past the table. Woody was 35 years old. And whether you're 35 or 3 years shy of 60, if you have something that you want to do, if you're enjoying life, do it. Don't wait around. You'll never know what's going to happen. Have a passion for life. Have and live a passionate life. And passion is very, very important when you're trying to achieve a goal. When you have a goal that you really, truly want to achieve, where you've defined your why and know what exactly it is that's driving you to achieve that goal, that will help you to continue in those times where you just don't think you're going to make it, where it's going to get tough, when you're having difficulties and your subconscious mind starts throwing out these negative thoughts and these negative roadblocks to keep you from getting and achieving your goals. Understanding that passion and having that passion and that knowledge of what your why is, why you're trying to achieve that goal, that will help you solve the problems that you'll have with the negativity that comes out of the subconscious mind sometimes, some of that negative limiting beliefs. So as you're thinking about your why, thinking about what you want to accomplish, what your goal is, have that passion in your heart and in your soul for what you're trying to do. And it will make life, and it will make achieving your goal so much easier to do. So, I'm very big on passion. If you have any thoughts on it, I'd love to hear from you what you believe in passion, how it helps you or what drives you with that. Fill out our comment and on the bottom of our website for goalgettingpodcast.com, and let me know what you think about passion. If you have something that you're passionate about that maybe you've been putting off, try to lead a passionate life going forward. Strive for the goals that you have, and keep going. This is Tony Woodall with your host for Goal Getting Podcast. I've enjoyed speaking with you this week, and I appreciate you listening. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Hello, goal getters. I want to thank you for listening. This is Tony Woodall, your host of the Goal Getting Podcast. What I would like to do today is I need to ask you a question and get some information from you, get some feedback. I typically have been doing these shows with, just me talking, going over goal setting ideas, tips, motivation, things to help you overcome, some of the negative feelings and thoughts and beliefs that we may have in our subconscious mind, and how to replace those with positive, success-oriented, goal-achieving thoughts and beliefs. But I was listening to Tim Ferriss of the 4-Hour Work Week fame and the Tim Ferriss podcast fame. And on one of our webinars we were having, he was talking about how and why he uses interviews on his show, and that's because a lot of people want to learn from other people as well, and it also helps him learn. One of the things I would like to find out from the audience, from you, from my listeners, is what do you want? I'm here to serve you, to help you achieve your goals. Would you be interested in having interviews from other people, successful people who have achieved certain goals? What type of goals and what type of people would you like to listen to? Who would you like to find out, information from, and how they achieve their goal, or what are some of the steps that they use in goal setting? I know one of the people that would probably be good to have on here, besides Tim Ferriss, obviously, would be Michael Hyatt. Michael Hyatt teaches a great goal-getting program or goal-setting program, an achievement program at the beginning of every year. Great seminar that he teaches, a webinar. I've been part of that, listened to that this past year. Also, Tim Ferriss, obviously. Who would you like to speak with? John Lee Dumas is one of my mentors in podcasting. He has just done a phenomenal job of achieving his goal that he set for podcasting. Somebody who didn't know anything about podcasting is now a podcasting expert. So let me know who you would like to talk with or to listen to or find out information with. Go to our website, goalgettingpodcast.com. Fill in, on the show notes here for this episode. Find out or fill out the comments. Let me know who you want to speak or hear from, ask questions to, and who do you want to find out about how they did their goals and how they achieved their goals. Again, this is Tony Woodall, the host of Goal Getting Podcast. I'm asking you for a favor. If you would go to the comments section of this episode and let me know what your thoughts are. Have a great day. Thank you. That was great music. That was Baccarat by my good friend Mark Sensinger. You know, if you really want to have some excellent music for a wedding, for bar mitzvah, for any other type of event, you should contact Mark at marksensinger.com. Mark is a wonderful composer out of the Boston area. Mark has written pieces for symphony orchestras, Boston Pops, several different events in the Boston and New England area. I highly recommend you check out Mark at marksensinger.com. See if he can't come up with something good for you, whether it's wedding, birthday, anniversary. Have him create a lasting and a wonderful score that will help you understand how important that particular date or event is for you. So thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. And that's Baccarat from Mark Sensinger at marksensinger.com.